And I can't say like I wouldn't necessarily say would be afraid as far as the physical part, but it's just like if you dealing with an angry person and it's just like you never
There's no,
know where
ma'am. We know,
pop at.
we know what it is, and the fact that no matter how you slice it, it's sad.
Yeah. But I do have like I do love black men and I wish that this wasn't the perception they had on us because it's like your
Is it
natural reaction.
accurate?
Yeah.
Then it's not. Then why do you wish? Why do you wish black men did not accept an accurate perception?
Not that they wouldn't accept, I just wish it wasn't there. Like I wish they
There's no
felt like
wish. No, no. The perception is there because it's accurate. There's no need to wish that black men didn't have a perception. What you're wishing for black men, what you're basically saying is, I wish black men didn't have this perception of us. The perception is true and accurate. So you're saying you wish that black men didn't have a true, accurate perception of black women. That's wrong. What you should say is, I wish black women didn't act the way they did, or they would do
yeah,
the work and change
that's
their
what I
perception.
mean. Like I don't
But
want
that's not what you
that.
said.
Yeah.
See, the way you put it, you put the onus and responsibility on men instead of putting it accountability on women. Language is tricky like that. I wish that the black men didn't have this perception. That puts it on men to change their perception instead of saying, I want black women to do the work to change our perception in black men's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That accomplishes the same thing. That accomplishes what you want to have as an outcome, right?
Yes.
Well, who does it put the accountability on? The men or the women?
Women.
Thank you.
Okay. I think Kevin Samuels has made a very, very compelling case. Shout out to the young lady though. She was very respectful and I think she was honest. The question is it true that black women don't defend black men? I think the case was made here. And I don't know. I mean, if we did a survey on this, if you went on TikTok and different social media platforms and saw what the conversation was, men is kind of giving the feedback that they don't feel honored, respected, loved, or cherished in those relationships. And this is not all men, so let me not go there with it. But it is a sentiment that some men do have. And I think subconsciously she didn't even know that she was saying, I'm not happy that black men have this perception of us. But Kevin Samuel said something so good. He was like, it's not that they're having an inaccurate perception of you. If that's the accurate perception of you, they're not wrong for acknowledging what is there. So the problem isn't the fact that they notice that they're not being treated or well received. The problem is that they're not being treated well. So the people who's not treating them well should change that so that that perception will change. I think that's the point he's making. And it's a point of emphasis. Young girl, very sweet. She seems like a very loving person. So shout out to her. This is not meant to throw rocks at one side or the other, but it is to say that we all could self-correct on a lot of different aspects. And I think some of this stuff has to do with a lot of traumas and internal hurts that people have had in their past. And, it shapes how they deal with people in their present and in their future. And I don't even know a lot of women know that men are even perceiving them that way. It's just what it is. And, when that's the case, it creates this rift between the two parties. But Kevin made a valid point. I think the Godfather hit it on the head this time. And I think the fact that he's bringing it to the table for conversation and for some reflection is because he wants to see that dynamic change. So, I more power to him. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. He was definitely a voice of reason. And he wasn't loved by everyone, but he definitely was effective in terms of bringing light to some of the issues that exist in relationships between men and women, of all races, actually, not just black people. But You know, hopefully this was a teachable moment for the young lady to kind of help to keep her and her girls accountable. Just, you know, making sure everybody's good. In the same way, men should do that too. If you're an older man and you're around men who are being rude and disrespectful to a woman, you got to tell the man to be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But in the same way, you know, ladies, you got to do the same thing with your lady friends. You know, the sister code can't be so strong that you can't correct each other when, you know, somebody is being disrespectful or, you know, unruly towards a man that looks like you. So that being said, I thank you guys for joining for the conversation. I'm now reaching my little segment timer here. I welcome your feedback. If you are not already a subscribed member of the Intercourse Show, I ask that you like and subscribe and you stay connected. But I also invite you to comment and leave your point of view in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this topic. Is it true that you know, black women don't defend black men, or that they don't necessarily treat them as nicely as they treat others? Is that something that women do need to correct? Do you think the women do everything right and it's really the men who sort of prompt that from them? You know, weigh in, let us know what you think, and let's have the conversation, you know. Until we speak again, I thank you guys for, you know, tuning in, and also for just rocking out with us on this show. All right. So be well until we speak again. God bless.